Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Summer here to talk about lesson 108, 1 and 2 step inequalities. The objective for today is that students will be able to solve 1 and 2 step inequalities and also graph their solutions. Recall from previous math classes the inequality signs. This means is less than. This sign with the line underneath it means it is less than or equal to. This sign means it is greater than, and this sign means it is greater than or equal to. So reading inequalities. This is 6 is less than 8, or equivalently, 8 is greater than 6. So this one, number 1 is 3 is less than n, which is less than 9. So n is greater than 3, but less than 9. 4 less than or equal to n, less than 7. n is greater than or equal to 4, but less than 7. Negative 2 is less than or equal to n, less than or equal to 1. So n is greater than or equal to negative 2, but is less than or equal to 1. So how do we graph the solutions to one variable inequalities, or graph the solutions to any inequalities? Well, we have our number line, and we have our symbol here. Closed circle on the number line is for less than or equal to or greater than or equal to signs. So we fill the circle in if there's a line, if it's a line under our sign, so which means it's less than or equal to. So over here, 5 or x is greater than or equal to 5. So circle, and then we go whatever number, we have to draw a line all the way to the end of our number line to represent the values that are greater than 5 or equal to 5. And an open circle is on the number line when it's representing the greater than symbol or the less than symbol. So it's open, so this graph represents all values on the number line that are less than 5. This graph is all values on the number line that are greater than 5, but 5 is not included in the answer. 5 is not a solution to the answer. 5.1 is a solution, but not 5. So we solve one-step inequalities the same way we do equations. The only difference is the sign we use in our answer and that we graph our answer. So solve for x. So here, I have x plus 5 is greater than 6. So x plus 5, so I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. And then I get x is greater than 1. And we need to graph the solution as well. So we have this sign, so the open circle, because it's the greater than sign. So open circle at 1, and then since greater, it's going to be all values that are bigger than 1 as our answer. So here's another example. 4x is less than or equal to 20. Well, we're going to divide both sides by 4, and we get x is less than or equal to 5. Well, since it's the less than or equal sign, it's going to be a closed circle and all values that are less than or equal to 5. So we start at 5 and we do our arrow all the way to the end of our number line. Here's a special rule that applies to inequalities. If you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number to get the variable by itself, you must flip the inequality sign. So the reasoning why. Here's an example. Is 5 greater than 3? Well, of course it is. But what about negative 5? Is negative 5 greater than negative 3? If we look at our number line, negative 5, so negative, let's say negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Negative 3 is actually bigger than negative 5. So this statement is not true. Because we multiplied by a negative, we have to flip the inequality to make this statement true. Remember, these are statements of truth. So if we don't flip it, this statement isn't true. Okay? So here, negative 4x is less than or equal to 20. So we're going to divide both sides by 4, but because we divided by that negative 4, we had to flip it. Negative 4, and we flipped our sign here, and then I made a mistake and reflipped it on accident. So it's actually x is greater than or equal to negative 5. And my graph would actually look like, this is the wrong graph. My graph's going to look like I have negative 5 here. I'm going to have a closed circle. And then I'm going to go this way and not this graph. Sorry, guys. We can test our solution by inserting our answer back into the original equation. So we have negative 4 times negative 5 equal to 20. So that's going to be 20 is less than or equal to 20. Is 20 less than or equal to 20? Yes, it is. Your turn, you try these examples. For this first one, I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. So I get x is less than or equal to 5. So on my number line, I'm going to graph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since it's a closed circle, because it's the less than or equal to sign, and I'm going to make my arrow go to the less than or equal to 5. For this next question, I have negative 1/3 x is greater than 3. Well, I've got to multiply by negative 3 over 1, and I get, because I multiplied by a negative to get my x by itself, I'm left with x is less than negative 9. And we can plug this in, and so 0, I'm going to put a negative 9 here. I'm not using a closed circle, I am using a open circle. And my arrows that way. Okay, we can check this answer and to make sure we flip the sign right by picking a number that is less than negative 9. So a number that's less than negative 9 is negative 10. So we can plug in negative 10, or let's do either one because we've got a fraction. So let's plug in negative 12. Because that's also less than negative 9. We have negative 1 over 3 times negative 12 is equal to positive 4. And so is positive 4 greater than 3? Yes, positive 4 is greater than 3. But if we forgot to flip the sign and our answer was x is greater than negative 9, when we go to check our answer, we can plug in a number that's greater than negative 9. So a number that's greater than negative 9 is negative 6. So if we plug in negative 6, we get 1/3 times negative 6 is equal to 2. Is 2 greater than 3? No, it's not. So you have to flip your sign. And to check, you can always pick a number that is less than whatever your answer is or greater than whatever your answer is to make sure that you solve this correctly. So two-step inequalities are the exact same thing. We solve them by doing the same way we do two-step equations. The only difference is the sign that we use in our answer and that we graph our solution. In this example, we're going to subtract 4 from both sides, left with 4x is less than or equal to 16. Divide both sides by 4. We get x is less than or equal to 4. And I graphed it because I had my closed circle and my arrow going all the way to the end of my number line. A different example would be negative 4x plus 4 is less than or equal to 20. going to subtract 4 from both sides. I get negative 4x is less than or equal to 16. But now I'm going to divide by negative 4. And when I do that, I have to flip my inequality sign. So x is greater than or equal to negative 4. And closed circle, and my arrow is going all the way to my end of my number line. So I want you to try these examples on your own. So solving these examples, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. I get let's rewrite that n over 3 is less than negative 10. Going to multiply by 3 on both sides. I get n is less than negative 30. Now to graph this, I'm going to negative 30 and arrow over all the way to the end of my number line, and I have to have an open circle. For this next example, I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So we get negative 7x is greater than or equal to negative 63. I'm going to divide each side by negative 7. And when I do so, I need to flip my inequality sign. I get x is less than or equal to 9. And on my number line, I'm going to draw 9, and I'm going to have a closed circle. And my arrow is going to go all the way to the end of my number line.